Effective communication is the foundation of success in both professional and personal relationships. In this presentation, we'll explore 3 powerful yet simple techniques that can transform how you connect with others starting today. The ability to communicate effectively is perhaps the most crucial skill for personal and professional success. 85% of career success is directly linked to communication skills, making it more important than technical expertise alone. Poor communication costs businesses a staggering $1.2 trillion annually in lost productivity and missed opportunities. Your communication ability directly impacts your relationships, career advancement potential, and overall self-confidence. Even with the best intentions, several obstacles can derail effective communication. External distractions like noise or interruptions. Internal distractions like anxiety or preoccupation. Unclear or overly complex language. Mismatches between verbal and nonverbal signals. Research shows that 80% of people experience significant anxiety during important conversations, further hindering clear communication. Active listening. Fully engaging with others by hearing not just their words, but their meaning and emotions. Clarity and brevity. Expressing ideas concisely and directly to maximize understanding and impact. Nonverbal communication. Aligning your body language, facial expressions, and tone with your message. Active listening is a purposeful approach to understanding others that goes beyond simply hearing words. It requires focused attention on the speaker, temporarily setting aside your own thoughts and responses. Involves both hearing the literal content and understanding the underlying emotions and intentions. Creates a foundation of respect and rapport that makes meaningful dialogue possible. Physical signals. Maintain appropriate eye contact, nod occasionally, and lean slightly forward to show engagement. Use brief verbal affirmations like I see or MMM to encourage the speaker. Reflective responses. Paraphrase the speaker's key points in your own words, so what you're saying is. This confirms understanding and shows you're fully present in the conversation. Thoughtful questions. Ask clarifying questions that demonstrate interest and help deepen your understanding of their perspective, not just to formulate your response. Research reveals surprising insights about our listening capabilities. Humans typically retain only 50% of what they hear immediately after a conversation. This retention drops to just 25% after 48 hours without active listening techniques. Reflective listening activates multiple brain regions, strengthening neural connections. When speakers feel truly heard, their brains release oxytocin, the trust hormone, building rapport and connection. Eliminate distractions. Put away devices, turn away from screens, and create a focused environment for conversation. If necessary, suggest moving to a quieter location. Be fully present. Resist the urge to interrupt or mentally compose your reply while the other person is speaking. Focus completely on understanding their message. Reflect before responding. Take a moment to summarize what you've heard before offering your own thoughts. If I understand correctly, you're saying that. Instead of generic responses. I hear you, so you're feeling frustrated because the project timeline seems unrealistic? That's interesting. I'm curious about how you developed that approach. Could you tell me more about your process? We'll look into it. I understand this is important to you. Here's what I'll do to address your concern by Friday. These empathetic, specific responses diffuse defensiveness and demonstrate genuine understanding. Let's put active listening into practice with this simple partner exercise. Take turns speaking. Find a partner and decide who speaks first. The speaker shares something they're excited about for 60 seconds while the listener focuses completely, no interrupting or planning responses. Reflect before responding. When the speaker finishes, the listener must first accurately repeat the key points before offering any thoughts. This confirms understanding and shows you were truly listening. Notice the difference. Switch roles and repeat the exercise. Notice how different this feels from typical conversations where we're often just waiting for our turn to speak rather than truly listening. The second essential communication skill is expressing yourself with precision and economy. Speak simply and directly, avoiding unnecessary complexity. Eliminate jargon, buzzwords, and technical terms unless absolutely necessary.
Reduce filler words like like, and you know.
Avoid rambling or adding excessive details that dilute your message. Remember, clear communication isn't about dumbing down your message, it's about making it accessible and memorable.
Retention increases by 40%.
Research shows that listeners retain approximately 40% more information when messages are delivered concisely with clear structure.
Cognitive load. Complex explanations overload working memory, causing listeners to miss key points as they struggle to process excessive information. Time efficiency. In professional settings, brevity demonstrates respect for others' time and portrays you as organized and thoughtful. One idea per sentence. Focus each sentence on a single concept rather than packing multiple ideas into complex structures. This prevents cognitive overload and confusion. Concrete language.
Use specific nouns and strong, active verbs instead of vague terms and passive voice. Say the team completed the project rather than the project was completed.
Clear call to action.
End with a specific request or next step that leaves no ambiguity about what should happen next. Please send your feedback by Friday at 3 p.m.
Before.
In light of the aforementioned factors and taking into consideration the various perspectives that have been shared during our preliminary discussions, it is my recommendation that we proceed with caution while simultaneously exploring the potential opportunities that may arise from this situation.
47 words of complex language. After.
Based on our discussions, I suggest we move forward carefully while exploring potential opportunities.
12 words, 75% reduction, with no loss of core meaning. The message is now clear, memorable, and actionable.
Apply your clarity and brevity skills with this challenging communication exercise. Explain your role, a complex project, or communication challenge in exactly 10 words or less.
The challenge.
Take 2 minutes to craft your 10-word sentence, then refine it by removing unnecessary words.
This trains your brain to identify your message's absolute core. Strong examples.
I transform rambling presentations into clear, compelling 5-minute stories.
9 words.
I eliminate jargon to make technical concepts accessible to everyone.
10 words. I bridge communication gaps between leadership and frontline teams. 9 words. The impact.
This skill directly applies to tip number 2, clarity and brevity, and will dramatically increase your audience's retention by 40%. The third essential communication skill focuses on how you say things, not just what you say.
Research consistently shows that 55% of communication is nonverbal.
This includes body language, facial expressions, gestures, and posture. Another 38% comes from voice tone, pace, and volume. Only 7% comes from the actual words used.
Mastering nonverbal cues can dramatically enhance your ability to connect with and influence others. Open posture.
Stand or sit with shoulders back, chest open, and arms uncrossed to project confidence and approachability.
This posture also helps you breathe more effectively and speak with greater authority. Eye contact. Maintain consistent but not constant eye contact, 70 to 80% of the time is ideal. Look at the area between the eyes if direct eye contact feels uncomfortable. Genuine expression.
A real smile engages the eyes, crow's feet appear, and creates instant connection.
Even a slight authentic smile can dramatically increase perceived trustworthiness.
Recognize these barriers to connection and their simple solutions.
Crossed arms. Suggests defensiveness or disagreement, even when unintentional.
Quick fix, hold a small object or notebook to keep arms naturally positioned.
Lack of eye contact.
Signals disinterest, dishonesty, or insecurity in conversation. Quick fix, practice focusing on one eye, then the other, then the forehead.
Fidgeting.
Nervous movements distract from your message and undermine credibility.
Quick fix, channel nervous energy into purposeful gestures that emphasize key points. Invading space.
Standing too close creates discomfort and resistance in conversations. Quick fix, maintain 18 to 24 inches of personal space in Western business settings.
Rigid posture.
projects tension and anxiety rather than confidence and openness. Quick fix: take deep breaths before important conversations to release physical tension.
Congruence builds credibility.
When your words, tone, and body language align, listeners perceive you as authentic and trustworthy.
This alignment is more important than any single communication technique.
Mixed messages erode trust. When verbal and nonverbal signals contradict, saying "I'm interested" while checking your phone, people instinctively trust the nonverbal cues and discount your words.
Cultural awareness. Nonverbal signals vary across cultures.
Eye contact, personal space, and touch have different meanings globally. Research cultural norms before important cross-cultural interactions. Let's practice a simple technique to instantly boost your nonverbal presence.
Stand tall. Stand up straight with feet shoulder width apart and weight evenly distributed. Open your chest. Roll shoulders back and down to open your chest and improve breathing. Align your head.
Lift your chin slightly to maintain a neutral neck position.
Relax your arms. Allow arms to hang naturally at your sides, ready for purposeful gestures. Connect with your eyes.
Practice eye contact by maintaining a friendly gaze for 3 to 5 seconds before naturally looking away.
Hold this stance for 30 seconds.
Research shows that even brief periods in this posture increase testosterone and decrease cortisol, helping you feel more confident. Let's see how these 3 skills work together in a real conversation. Team member: I'm concerned about the timeline for this project.
It seems unrealistic given our current resources.
Manager, demonstrating all 3 skills, maintains open posture and eye contact. I appreciate you bringing this up.
If I understand correctly, you're worried we don't have enough people or time to deliver quality work by the deadline?
Clear, concise response after active listening. Team member: exactly. We'd need to either extend the deadline or add 2 more developers. Manager: I'll discuss options with leadership today and provide an update by tomorrow afternoon.
Specific, brief commitment with confident delivery. Management transformation.
After implementing these 3 communication techniques, a technology manager saw team productivity increase by 25% within 3 months. Team members reported feeling truly heard for the first time, leading to higher engagement and fewer misunderstandings.
Personal success.
An engineering professional who struggled with interview anxiety landed a senior position after practicing power posing and concise messaging. The hiring manager specifically mentioned her clear communication style and confident presence as deciding factors.
Ask powerful questions.
Use open-ended questions that begin with what or how to deepen conversations and gain insight. What's your perspective on this approach? Encourages detailed responses, while do you like this approach typically yields only yes/no answers.
Audience adaptation. Tailor your communication style to different contexts.
Professional settings may require more formal language and structured delivery, while social situations allow for more relaxed, narrative-driven communication.
Timing awareness. Be sensitive to when people are receptive to communication. Important conversations are more effective when people aren't hungry, tired, or distracted by urgent matters. Choose your moment wisely. Put these skills into practice immediately with this simple challenge. Choose a conversation.
Select one conversation today with a colleague, friend, or family member to practice your new communication skills.
Active listening. Don't interrupt and reflect back what you hear. Show the speaker you're fully engaged with their message. Clarity and brevity.
Make one point clearly rather than several points vaguely. Focus on concise, impactful communication.
Nonverbal awareness.
Be conscious of your body language, maintain open posture and appropriate eye contact throughout the conversation. After the conversation, take 30 seconds to reflect on what worked and what you could improve. This simple practice, repeated daily, can transform your communication effectiveness within weeks.
Active listening.
Creates deeper understanding and stronger relationships by truly hearing what others say, fostering trust and connection.
Clear communication.
Ensures your message is received and remembered through brevity and precision, making your ideas stick.
Nonverbal alignment.
builds trust and amplifies your influence when your body language supports your words authentically.
With consistent practice, these skills will become natural habits that enhance every area of your life, from career advancement to personal relationships to greater self-confidence.
Your action step: share one specific communication technique you'll implement today to improve how you connect with others.